Hi everybody and Happy New Year. It's the 1st of January 2021. I hope you're feeling really refreshed and APC candidates, you're ready to go, especially when you couldn't go out last night, and you definitely couldn't go out last night. I'd just like to update you to what's on my radar for the APC in 2021. Now, I'm not going to make many predictions because who would have predicted 12 months ago the horrors that have gone on in 2020 in terms of the pandemic. I'm going to make one prediction though, that the RICS APC final assessment will remain online. I was originally quite sceptical about online assessments, but having chaired panels online and also assessed online, you know what, it's not much different. And I've got to say that candidates perform slightly better with their presentation. There seems to be less nerves online, so that's a really good thing, and it'll give you the maximum chance to pass. So I'm going to start up my radar and just look ahead for what might be coming up in 2021 that might be on your radar as well. So in terms of RICS regulation, the consultation ended in 2020 for merging the rules of conduct for members and firms, and please check out my video on this where I discuss what was in the draft new rules of conduct. Also, in terms of mandatory competencies and health and safety, there's going to be changes to the COSH regulations, which is the Control of Substances Hazardous to Health, which is a good one to know, but especially if you're working in commercial property or facilities management where you may be utilising cleaning teams. We're going to start off with commercial property, and the protection for tenants due to COVID-19 restrictions does come to an end, as it is planned to do in March 2021, unless the government changes this. Also in commercial property, keep an eye out to any Red Book changes. There have been some Red Book changes in relation to COVID-19 and how you get valuation evidence, and there's a valuation alert put on the RICS's website, so keep checking information like this. It's really important that you keep up to date, not just both when you're practicing, but also as you come towards your final assessment. For you QSs out there, currently out now, there's a new draft guidance note on the new rules of measurement, and this consultation on the RICS consultations website ends on the 15th of January. So if you're a qualified RICS member, you've got until the 15th of January to have your say and influence these documents. As I keep saying about RICS consultations, the more people get involved in consulting on our new documents, the better and more useful these documents will be. For building surveyors, there's a planned change to Part M of the building regulations, which is for changing places in buildings. This also has an impact on the inclusive environment APC mandatory competency, so even if you're not a building surveyor, you might want to check out the changes to Part M of the building regulations. Moving now to rural matters, there's a draft RICS practice statement on client money handling for livestock auctioneers, and this consultation ends in a couple of days on the 3rd of January, so if you're a qualified member and want to have your say, you've just about time to go and do it now. But again, keep abreast of these new practice statements and guidance notes on the RICS consultations website. What is in the consultations isn't final. They may change, and that's why us as members, we can input and we can enhance the product being produced by RICS at the end of it. But you've got to admit though, having an advanced view of them is really handy also to keep abreast and keep your knowledge up to date and fresh. There's quite a lot of changes in the world of residential surveying. The Dogs and Domestic Animals Accommodation and Protection Act is due this year, which gives tenants the right to keep an animal in the house. Also, there's a new Scottish smoke alarm legislation coming. In March though, the protection from eviction of tenants due to protections under COVID-19 legislation comes to an end. So that's, you could say, is good if you're representing landlords. In April, there's new client money regulations come into place for estate agents, and in April, it's the deadline that all landlords must have electrical certification for their tenanted properties. And in June, legislation comes into place where landlords must check the immigration status of their tenants. So there's quite a lot in the world of residential happening this year. Don't forget, we're in a really changing world. Brexit has happened. We've left the EU, so legislation will be changing all the time. So we've mentioned possible changes to RICS regulation. When this comes into force, I will brief you all on this YouTube channel, so please subscribe so you don't miss out. I will also be updating our course on Udemy on rules of conduct and ethics, which covers the whole of that competency. And we've had some great feedback recently. I just want to share some of the feedback with you. Yes, spot on. That's pretty succinct. Really good course, highly recommended. Very good introduction. Very informative and invaluable for APC candidates. Finally, very good preparation ahead of final APC interviews. So thanks to everybody who signed up to our courses, which we do try and make them as affordable as we can. And thanks for the great feedback. We've got a really high rating on Udemy for this and our other courses. So whatever 2021 brings for you, I wish you the best of success in whatever you're doing. Please, everybody, stay safe, look after each other. The pandemic isn't over yet. You know, the vaccines are out thankfully. But, you know, I think I'm going to be quite at the back of the queue to get it due to me being under 50. And you may be younger and you'll be even further at the back of the queue. So it's vital to protect yourselves and protect your family and protect your loved ones and your friends. And you know what to do. You're all sensible people. So thanks very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done to our channel. We really appreciate everybody who does. We've done great guns on YouTube this last year. The channel's gone from success to success, and that's all down to you who watches the videos and comments and gets in touch with us. You know, we want to hear from you. It makes it all worthwhile the comments that we get back. So thanks again for watching. Have a great year, and if you're sitting your APC this year, good luck with your APC.